All right, Nils, time for your question. Notice I'm getting bigger in the screen. I'm ready.
The tree is expanding. Cool. So you're facing the question with expansion. I'll do the same. My question is, do you have any tip how to, if you're conscious that you're being the wrong person? Oh, this is a hard question to ask. If you're, how to not be the person that you need to be, like you were Kelly, do you know?
Yeah.
If because that's my biggest issue right now, is that I don't know how to consciously make the shift from focusing what I and help them to what they need. So just a quick story about it. After your interview with Sue Pratt and
Yes.
her question, and you asked that, I had my friend over who I've been activating hundreds of times. And I did an activation with him like a curious boy pointing at a snail. What's this? Like this. And we got the biggest shift ever. He started crying out of nowhere. His vision field opened. He saw crystal clear. It was amazing. So, but I keep finding myself to having to prove myself, to having to care so much about fixing this or fixing that, which I know is the worst thing to help someone with, but I don't know how to make that conscious shift to not care, but obviously still to care, but
Yeah,
to
yeah.
not. It's hard question for me to.
Well, there's a duality. It's a weird, funny thing. Is can you care so much that you don't care? Now, how's that for a nice tongue-twisting, brain-hurting thing? Can you care so much that you don't care? And that's when you go with no expectation, then you have a better chance of seeing everything that's there. But when we're trying to fix, immediately our mind focuses in on a problem and it stays locked in there. And what tends to happen is we can't solve a problem with the same mindset that created it. And so if we then go in almost with their mindset, now we're not actually bringing anything new to the table, and we're creating our own pressure. It's hard. And like I feel that in building the community and building Be Activated, because there's a part of me that is just a curious kid that is, whoa, this is amazing. And this other side that goes, you need to build a business and you need to grow the community and you need to serve people and you need to do it well and you need to do it right. And it's friggin' hard to stay curious and to stay without expectation when you're also trying to take a vehicle from here to there. And so I get it. And you know, the thing with Kelly, when really I could very easily see that all I was trying to do was impress him, and that's the least impressive thing in the world. We all know when someone's trying to impress you, it's, you know, whereas if we shift our focus into not can I fix you, but let's see what your body can do. Always is a shifting the reference back to them, because it's up to their body. Their body's what's controlling the outcomes. So it's like, if I do this and this, and I go, let's see what I can do for your body. Now it's all on me. Now it's, if I apply the right technique and the stars align, then I'm friggin' awesome, and I did that to you. Whereas if it's, let's see where your body's at and what your body wants, then that conversation, as you said earlier, was, well, and when it's not the right thing, it's not the right thing. Okay, so that's not the right thing for your body. Can you see what the reference point is all about, what their system is doing? So I'm a facilitator there. When I'm responsible for the outcomes, I'm going to fix you. I'm going to change this. It's a lot of pressure on me. Very hard to be curious, very hard to really facilitate a process. And so, like with your friend, you know, when you're like, oh, what's this? And what's that? And it's just fun, and the thing is that it's even that duality. And can you have fun while doing really serious work? It's no, if it's serious, we must be serious. Why do we always have to be serious about stuff? Because there's too much of that. It's like, can we not find humor in how ridiculous some of our patterns are and some of the things that we do? And when we recognize them and we can actually laugh at it, then we have a better chance of overcoming it because we've taken the judgment away from it. But if I find some pattern in you that's like really sabotaging your system, and then you're like, oh, I'm so stupid, why am I doing that? Well, now you're just going deeper into that pattern. When we go, wow, that's friggin' stupid, dude. Which I probably say on workshops a whole lot of times. We have fun, and it's how the brain learns. And it's the minute we put those limitations of have to achieve this or have to do that, we lose that expansion. We lose the possibility of seeing like the amazing things. It's kind of like watching people when they grab their phone and they're filming something. Wow, what an amazing sunset. And their lens to watch that sunset is through my phone. Put your phone down and appreciate the sunset. Appreciate the smells and the wind and the feel of the sand or wherever you are. And so it's so easy when I'm fixing, I'm doing this. And so even in the language that you use before you start working on your clients, I would be positioning it. So today what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can figure out why your body's created that elbow pain. Because if we can find out why your body's created that elbow pain, we could then most likely unravel that mechanism and show your body what it's doing and give it the opportunity to change. And everything is about their body. At no point am I the hero of the story. It's like your body's got some work to do. And if it wants to do it, it'll do it. And if it does, holy crap, it's going to be amazing. And if it doesn't, holy crap, it doesn't matter. So it's just that framing and positioning that takes the pressure off you and allows you almost like to step up on stage, clench your glutes, sing, play guitar, and perform. And so it becomes that performance of, can you step back and look at all of the beautiful things? It's when I see people posting questions like, I did someone's 1, 2, 3, and they started as this, and then they were this, and then they were that. The answer is that is not possible. You are so focused in on one thing, you're missing all of the sneaky cheats. They're probably a jaw driver. They're probably clenching, or they're doing something with their tongue, but you're so focused here, you're not looking at that. Yeah. And so patterns don't change. They don't just randomly switch. And if you think they do, then you're not going from an expanded place. It's because you're not seeing everything. Whereas if you were sitting back watching somebody else do it, you'd go, can't you see what they lifted their head every time you tested? No, they didn't. Yes, they did. And so it's when you go with the less pressure, you see more. So therefore you'll notice the things that are the, I don't know, what do we call them? The accelerators, the sneaky things that are happening that we miss, that often we kind of hit this invisible wall. But when we notice them, it's like, hey, did you know that when you do this, it's kind of, the lats is a good example. In every single muscle testing book in the world, and I've sat with neurologists watching them test my clients, testing lats. Nobody's ever said, they talk about medially rotate the hand, put it up here. And we always joke, we let people bend their elbows because we know they're going to go into the brachioradialis and long head of bicep. We know that. And then they're going to go, oh, there's the pain. And you go, yeah, that's not a lat test. That's a cheat of the lat test. But I've watched top neurologists do that as a test, thinking they're testing the lats, which means you didn't have a framework or an understanding that was enough to know that the body's cheating. But if you know, and then we straighten your elbow and whoa, and you're like, whoa, your lat's not doing anything. The guys who are taking over, the ones making the pain, making this lock up, they're the ones who are trying to be the lat. And but when we're too driven to get through this, hurry up, you miss that. You miss that the elbow is bent, and then you say, oh no, the lat's good. No, it was never good. And so again, it's that the framework's there, the information is there. It's about trusting yourself to let go, step back a little bit, and let their body do the work. And then geez, amazing stuff happens.
That's a great to see. Let's see what your body can do, not what I can do. Because I'm always conscious after I've tried to impress someone, like this big client, or this is an important client that I need to show this, or that has been hyping up me from friends or whatever, and I put all the pressure on me and I slaughter them for an hour and no change. So, and secondly,
well, that's because you slaughtered them.
I really absorb. Yeah. And I always realize it after. So I'm thinking if I can be conscious of it before and know how to manually do that switch, which I think you answered great, that would make a huge difference.
And I think I think you're already a long way into solving it, because you recognize that's what the problem is. Yep. And those are the worst ones. Can you see Glenn? If you can sort him out, he's going to open up this and this and this. It's very hard for you, because now you're thinking about the great job you're going to do. And my Kelly thing, I was ready to go to Chopu. I was ready to go to the next most amazing break that I don't want to surf. I just want to sit in the channel and watch. And I was already there. I was already, it's kind of hard. So it's like, awesome. Good luck with that. Because then you're just, you're just another person out there trying to impress the world. And the thing is that when you need me to be impressed by something that you're doing, I have all the power. You have none. So now you're asking someone that you've handed all your power to trust you enough to hold a space to do some healing work. Don't see that going well.
Well, that was a great way to put it. Yeah, it wouldn't work, and it doesn't.
Yeah, you already have disempowered yourself. Let's say let's say you're operating at a 5 and they're a 4, and you can easily work with them. But they walk in and you thinking, oh, look what I will get, and you hand the power over, and suddenly you're a 2 and they're a 4, and they look at you and they think, what kind of this guy's got no clue, just weird, and the thing is that when we're in those places, then you can feel all your defensive patterns and your but I'll show you, I'll show you. No, I'll show you nothing. Hey dude, your body's really screwed, because normally when I do this is what should happen, and your body's not even doing that. Wow, what haven't you told me? Oh, yes, well, there is other information, and so, but if we take it onto ourselves and disempower ourselves, then it's something that I did wrong. And the techniques, the testing and the techniques are robust. They are designed to be robust, that even when you're learning them for the first time on a workshop, people are still getting up and having huge changes. And it's like most physio things that I've ever learned on when I've gone on courses, it's kind of, they go, here's the stuff, go practice it for months and months and months, and maybe you'll get good at it, and then you take it to your clients. And we're saying, Monday morning, go work with your clients. Even if you do a bad job, you'll still do a better job than what they're getting right now.
Yep. Yeah.
And that we know that's true. It's kind of, so the thing is that if we immediately lay blame at ourselves when something doesn't work. We immediately disempower ourselves and drop ourselves and blech.
Yeah, I like that answer.
It's quite cool that I had no idea when we spoke about the levels that would actually be a nice way to actually bring in to have an answer. But yeah, it's we always have to take care of ourselves, and taking care of ourselves means not disempowering ourselves when we're about to do a session with someone, because then if I've handed my power over to you, how can I feel safe? Because now I'm basically saying, Nils, here's all my power. Will you please keep me safe while I facilitate a process for you on your healing, or your this, or you? And you go, this feels like a bad deal, and they'd be right.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's a great question. I really appreciate that. Nils, thank you. It's really great to see you, and I think, you know, I really, for those people who've met you before, I really have a look at this man's face and energy and life. It's a great blessing to see, and yeah, and long may the journey continue. You know,
Always.
this is just the beginning, apparently.
Of course. Amazing. Thank you.
Awesome. Have an awesome weekend. Thanks,
You
Neil.
too. Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.